Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 11. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. The first thing that I want to do today is I want to do a bit with the rocket shop. So Scar obviously has been working over here in the shopping district, making things all pretty and all of that kind of stuff, and he recently asked all of the people who have these shops over here if we could relocate them because he wants to do stuff with this area. So I want to take the rocket shop, and I think I want to make a proper permanent rocket shop, or at least semi-permanent. I may eventually move it into Welsknight if and when we build Welsknight, but for the moment, I think I want to relocate the shop to over here. And basically, the way this is set up is he wants us to dig shops into these walls. So we're going to basically only have to design a front facade for the shop, which I think will be good. Are you just selling flint? Okay. Cool. So yeah, we're going to dig out an area somewhere along this wall. I don't know exactly where yet. And build our rocket shop there, and then tear that one down. All right, the rocket shop is all finished up. It's actually quite a few days later. I had a friend come and visit from out of town, so I've been kind of indisposed for a bit. But the rocket shop is all finished up, and it's been open for a few days, and it's already had quite a few sales. Kept it really simple here. We just did a little front facade here on the wall, banners that say rockets. And then when you come inside, it's just a little shop. Nothing fancy, lots of chests. As you can see, I've already sold quite a lot. It's also night. Why is it always night when I hit the record button? Let's just do a little sleep. We'll do a little quick sleep, and then we're good. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, there's the rocket shop. As I said, nothing super crazy. It's just a pretty simple shop, but it gets the job done. Red concrete. Floor is bone blocks, and I think this is the chiseled andesite. Just simple. It works. Didn't want to go too crazy with it, but there's our rocket shop now going forward. Now, this last weekend, which was while my friend was visiting, the Hermits finished up the Nether hub, and they did a big live stream where everyone kind of did all their individual little tunnels and all of that kind of stuff. And since I had a friend visiting, I was not able to be there. So today, what I want to do next is I want to tackle our tunnel in the Nether. And should be pretty straightforward, I think. If we just pop into the Nether real quick. I think we are, yes, we're east. I see me. I'm right here. Okay. Anyway, so we don't have to go super far. We're pretty close to the start of this tunnel. And I've already started sort of tearing out where the tunnel is going to go. It'll be right here. And I think stylistically, I want to go with kind of the same theme as like the castle. I want to use a lot of the same blocks as our big castle keep, and I think that'll look pretty good. Now, we are playing with fire spread on, and as you may know, my entire castle is basically built out of wood, so we may have to rebuild parts of this at some point during the season, because it very well may catch on fire, and if that happens, it's fine. It is what it is. So yeah, let me start getting at least the floor down. And the floor, I think we're just going to go with kind of a stone mix. I think that'll be fine. But let me at least get the floor down and get the portal moved, because right now it's up just a little bit too high. I need to get it moved down to the right elevation. And then we'll go from there. Alrighty, we do have the floor in place. The portal is going to go back here. Okay, I was a little unintentional. Don't. My guy. You just... why? You brought that upon yourself. Anyway, the portal is going to go back here. I do think I'm going to have to move my portal in the overworld just a little bit. The original portal was like right here. So I'm just going to have to scooch this just a tiny bit, I think. Or it might be fine. I don't know. I'll have to check the the coordinates and stuff and find out for sure. But the next step is I want to get the back walls in place, which we're going to do with a bunch of stripped pale oak. Those are going to go basically like right here at this level. I should probably just grab some netherite and just, or some netherrack and just make like a little stand essentially for them to go on top of as we bridge this gap. There we go. So the strip pale oak will go here. Technically we don't need that one because that's going to be a pillar. And I don't know exactly how high this is going to go just yet. Probably up to, well, let's see. I do want to keep this little bit of the ceiling, although I'll probably, maybe I'll just leave it like that and I'll just put my head like right here. So then the walls would need to come up to like here-ish. And then this would be our ceiling height, I think. Yeah, that should work. It's going to be a lot of pale oak, but that's fine. Okay, yeah, let me get to work on that. Okay, got the walls in place. Also added in some of this stripped spruce log framing, and I threw in a couple of lanterns. I don't know that these are going to stay here. I think I prefer to have them on the side, but I do want to have a little bit of light in here while we're working so you guys can actually see what we're doing. Now we need a ceiling. Let me just grab, there we go. I was going to say, let me just grab some netherrack here to use as a scaffolding block. Oh, hello. That's a long way down. I'm just going to pillar up here. And we're just going to use polished black stone slabs like this to kind of cover up these gaps in the ceiling, which I think will work just fine. It's the same color as most of the roof tiles that we're using in our little area, our actual like base area. Do that, do you, and I will have to clear some space above, but that's fine. Let's just do enough that I can actually see. There we go. That'll work. And then all of this needs to disappear as well. And we'll just keep it nice and simple. Doesn't have to be anything super wild and crazy. We will add some detail and stuff to the walls, though. That's where we're going to make this really kind of come together. But for now, I just got to get sort of the backdrop taken care of. Okay, so good news, bad news. The good news is I've got most of the... Basically everything in the tunnel is done except for the detail stuff. I've got the walls in and all that kind of stuff. The bad news is I do indeed need to move this portal. And unfortunately, its new coordinates would put it like right here. In the middle of my tunnel, or my mining tunnel. And I don't really want that. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move this thing above ground. That was kind of always the plan. I just sort of put it down here temporarily to get it out of the way while I figured out where the permanent portal location was going to be, because I knew eventually we'd build another hub and another tunnel and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, I mean, I'm going to have to move it eventually anyway, so just bury it down in the mines. So I guess that day has arrived. So let's see. Grab our obsidian here. And it should be like this way. Yeah. So 1872 right here. This is where the nether portal goes. That is a rather unfortunate location for it, but it's fine. It's a bit farther away from the rest of the castle than I would have thought, but it's fine. This is it'll work. Oh, I did not mean to put obsidian there. I meant to put grass there. So I think we'll have to kind of trim this back a little bit to make room for said portal. And this will still be a fairly temporary portal. Because I want to redesign it and make it look pretty eventually. But for the moment, this will be fine. Okay, there we go. Now, I have not actually lit the portal in the nether itself, so we don't want to walk through this at the moment. Nearest portal is probably... I mean, I know Zedaf's is right there, but I don't know if his is hooked up properly to the hub. So I guess I'll just make my way back through the main one that's in the shopping district. All right, time to light this one. There we go. Moment of truth. Does it link properly? Okay. Test 1 looks good. Beautiful. Works perfectly. Okay, so you may notice I did also add these stripped spruce logs to the bottom here. I just thought it framed everything out a little bit more nicely. Now, what I want to do, I think, is I want to get rid of these lanterns that are overhanging here in the middle. And I think I want to set them into the walls. So what we're actually going to do is make like a little... almost like a little window, I guess you would say, right here. And then I think we'll probably take dark oak shelves. And then where are all of my... here we go. Oh, wrong shulker. This one. Throw a slab there. And then we're just going to move the lanterns into the wall like that. And then we'll take our birch trapdoors. You're upside down. To give us kind of that window frame, like the shutter style effect. And I think that'll look pretty good. So this is kind of what our walls will look like, each little wall section. Should be pretty straightforward. Let me grab some of this and then just grab a tiny little bit of netherrack to use as a scaffolding block. So you need to kind of go boop, like so. Slab, lantern. I am definitely going to run out of birch trapdoors, but that's fine. I think I have enough birch to make as many as we need. Is that the look that we want? Yeah, I think so. I think that works pretty well. And that way, the whole idea here is we're going with sort of the same style as the actual Japanese castle itself. And that way, as soon as people walk in here, they're like, oh, this is going to Wells's area. Because obviously, you know, it looks like my area. I don't need my shovel right now. I have too many things. Too many hotbar items. Okay, there we go. And this is kind of the plan. Just something nice and simple like this. You went on the wrong half of the block. And there we go. You guys get the idea. Let me finish up the rest of these. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I think we're in good shape there. Want to add a couple other little minor things to this, though. I want to try something with these sort of arches and just see if we can maybe make this a little bit better if we do some spruce stairs in the corners here. Oh, you are facing the wrong way. There we go. What do we think of that? Yeah, I think it's a little better. What if we also did slabs? Did something like that? I think that would look a little weird, right? If we only had... Yeah, that I'm not a fan of. Okay, that's fine. And what about fences like this? Nah, I don't think so. I think that's... There's a point where you're over-detailing, so to speak. You know, you're adding detail just for the sake of it being there and to fill space, and it just doesn't end up working out the way you want. I think this is pretty okay. I think I'm good with this. I mean, I suppose the other option, this could actually be good, would be we take spruce slabs up here. Ooh, or actually, dark oak slabs up there. Yeah, because then it'll match it'll kind of match the dark oak of the shelves. I have my inventory. It's just a disaster at the moment. I need to open up some space here. Dark oak. There we go. Let's just see. Let's see what we like better. Because I can always make... I can make tons of spruce slabs. And I can make a bunch of dark oak slabs too. Let's see. Yeah, I think I like the dark oak slabs here better than the spruce. I think we have enough spruce. So we'll just add a row of dark oak slabs to either side on the ceiling here. And I think that will probably be the finishing touch. We'll take a look at it and see. Still need them over here. They're just at that one kind of annoying height where you can still reach it, but you have to jump. There we go. Okay. Yeah. This I like. This turned out really well. I'm happy with it. So now the very last thing to do is just grab a sign. I can throw that in there as well. And we'll just put a sign right... Oh, what's the recipe for the hanging sign? I need chains. I don't have any chains on. I do have iron, though. Yeah. You know what? I think I like this idea better. We're going to make a hanging pale oak sign instead. And it's what? Stripped logs and chains. Okay. I need you. So I can make chains. I just need 2 of them. And then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll make a hanging pale oak sign, which will then hang from here. And it will say, me. Yeah. I think that looks good. Do I want it there or do I want it back one? I think it might actually look better if it was here instead. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. My inventory is full, so I can't pick up the crafting bench. Of course. Naturally. It's fine. You also go in there. But yeah, there we go. We got ourselves a nice little nether tunnel. I think it works. I still want to probably do something with this transition here. Is there any quartz slabs left in the supplies from the live stream? Doesn't look like it. Come on, somebody here has to have smooth quartz. Surely. Come on. there's got to be some smooth quartz here. Please. All right, fine. I'll go back to my base and get a little bit of smooth quartz. Not the end of the world. Or maybe I'll just leave it for now. It should be a pretty straightforward little change. I think what I'm just going to do is we'll take the like diorite slabs. And those I know there were more of over here. I saw them. I thought. Okay, maybe not. You know what? Let me just do the transition and I'll be back. You know, I experimented with a whole bunch of different stuff. Tried a bunch of different shapes with the smooth quartz. This is what I settled on. Didn't even end up using any smooth quartz whatsoever. All I did was wrap this diorite slab around and then fill this in with andesite. And honestly, out of all the things that I tried, this is the one I like the best. That was a waste of 20 minutes of my life. It's fine. Anyway, though, guys, that is all that we have time for today. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.